Street Genius, Hot 49. Did my mistakes justify her mistake? No, but still I took on the responsibility of never making those same mistakes again and never overlooking the same signs again to help guarantee that I will never suffer the same consequences again. I took on the responsibility of striving to make my future relationships with women that much better. And I'm happy to report that I have no more cheating girl friends leaving me, no more 253 stomach punches. I took responsibility for my problem and improved upon them. I took responsibility for my role in that unhealthy relationship and improved upon it with later relationship. And you know what? My ex leaving me, while one of the most painful experiences I've ever had, also was also one of the most important and influential experience of my life. I credit it with inspiring a significant amount of personal growth. I learned more from a single problem than dozens of my successes combined. We all love to take the responsibility for success and happiness. Hell, we often fight over who gets to be responsible for success and happiness. But taking responsibility for our problem is far more important because that's where the real learning comes from. That's where the real life improvement comes from. To simply blame others is only to hurt yourself. Responding to tragedy, but what about really awful events? A lot of people can get on board with taking responsibility for work related problems and maybe watching too much TV when they should really be playing with their kids or being productive. But when it seems to horrible tragedies, when it comes to horrible tragedies, they pull the emergency cord on the responsibility train, get off when it stops. Something just feels too painful for them to own up to. But think about it, the intensity of event doesn't change the underlying truth. If you get robbed, say you're obviously not at fault for being robbed. Not one would ever choose to go through that. But as with the baby on your doorstep, you are immediately thrust into responsibility for a life and death situation. Do you fight back? Do you panic? Do you freeze up? Do you tell the police? Do you try to forget it? Do you pretend it never happened? These are all choices and reactions you're responsible for making or rejecting. You didn't choose the robbery, but it's still your responsibility to manage emotional and psychological and legal fallouts of the experience. In 2008, the Taliban took control of Swat Valley, a remote part of northeastern Pakistan. They quickly implemented their Muslim extremist agenda: no television, no films, no women outside the house without a male escort, no girls attending school. By 2009, an 11-year-old Pakistani girl named Malala Yousafzai had begun to speak out against the school ban. She continued to attend her local school, risking both her and her father's lives. She also attended conferences in nearby cities. She wrote online, "How dare the Taliban take away my right for education?" In 2012, at the age of 14, she was shot in the face as she rode the bus home from the school one day. A masked Taliban soldier armed with rifle boarded the bus and asked, "Who is Malala? Tell me or I will shoot everyone here." Malala identified herself, an amazing choice in and of itself, and the man shot her in the head in front of all the other passengers. Malala went into a coma and almost died. The Taliban stated publicly that if she somehow survived the attempt, they would kill both her father and herself. They would kill both her and her father. So Malala was there. Today, Malala is still alive. She still speaks out against violence and oppression towards women in Muslim countries. Now, as a best selling author, In 2014, she received Nobel Prize. In 2014, she received the Nobel Peace Prize for her efforts. It would seem that being shot in the face only gave her a large audience and more courage than before. It would have been easy for her to lie down and say, I can't do anything, or I have no choice. That ironically would still have been her choice, but she chose the opposite.